when was the time when you actually got diagnosed?
Yeah. So, I got married and then I had my child. I think my child was about 2.5 or so. And we had to go to Bangalore because I got a job there. ऐसे कुछ हुआ था. So we went to Bangalore and
And when was this?
this was when my daughter was, when I was about 30, 32 or so.
मतलब which year, if specifically?
1990s.
Acha.
Huh?
Okay.
And it was, something in my brain couldn't adjust to a new city with a small child and no help and new office. Something went wrong and I became a panic station. It was a non-stop panic, and I lost some 18 kilos in 1 or 2 months. I couldn't eat. That was my panic. That's the way it manifested. Couldn't swallow. It was horrible. But in 6 months, it went away.
Acha.
Yeah.
But 6 months वो कितना often होता था, ma'am? How often?
Constant. 24 hours.
So
I was
always on your toes.
Yeah, stress and panic. And it was so bad that I used to go to office and I used to be given some brief. I was in contract advertising at that time. They would give me a brief and say, okay, create this a deadline tomorrow. We need this. And I would say, I can't do it.
Acha.
I can't do this ad. I can't write. Then if I can't write, how will I earn? If I don't earn, how will we survive? Then what will happen to my daughter? Then who will pay the school fees? All spiral of rubbish thoughts. And I would go to the bathroom and I'd throw up. Then after 5 minutes, again go and throw up. Then again, I have like 20 times of throwing up. It was agony, it was really bad. And I had nobody there who I knew. I don't know why I went all the way.
How was the work life? Like, did anyone got to know about it?
Yeah. So then when it became very bad, I started telling the people, there were other copywriters and all in the office that
you were also.
Yeah, I was a copywriter. Started telling them I can't do the work. I can't. And they said, of course you can do the work. You're doing it. What's wrong with you? And then they would try and soothe me and say, sometimes that happens, new city, new everything. Sometimes, you can't deal with it. So they tried, but it was me who held the fort. No food, nothing, everything feeling terrible, but I held the fort. So I'm so proud of myself. I didn't collapse. I didn't have a breakdown. I just did what I had to do. I survived it.
And how was it going back home to your daughter?
So that's what I said. I became this supreme actress. I would go home to her and I'd be completely fine on the surface. I'd play with her, help her with whatever school thing she had to do. She was little. She was 3 years old. She had friends in the, that building complex and all. I was totally normal as much.
Different person,
Yeah,
completely
just
different.
happy, smiling, playing with her, helping her with her toys, all that. My husband knew.
Okay.
He knew and he would keep telling me that it's okay. And he said, actually, he knew a psychiatrist. I started going. But he didn't give me any medicines. He would just talk. And somehow...
For the 6 months that you were encountering these episodes?
Yeah. And so the talk therapy didn't help me in the least. I think I needed medicine.
Medication.
But he must have thought that she's never shown the symptoms before. So maybe it's all the change in circumstances, whatever he thought. So he didn't give me any medicine. It's only when 6 months later I came back to Delhi for a visit, and then I went to the doctor here in Delhi and he said that you have bipolar disorder. And he put me on antidepressants.
But when you actually got to know Delhi mein, you have this.
Yeah, so I told myself that this is not bipolar disorder. He's wrong. It can't be bipolar disorder. It's it's just a one-time thing. I was under a lot of stress, and so it also my mind went a little crazy. So, but it's back in normal place, and I don't need to worry about it. Kuch nahi hoga.
Did you mention to him about your family history, your mother and all?
I did.
What did he say?
He didn't say much. He said, let's get you out of this depression and then we'll see.
Acha. So what were the medications he prescribed?
So he put me, I remember, on anti-dep. There was a antidepressant.
Okay.
Yeah, so I started with that. It used to make my mouth and all really dry, I remember. So he had told me that keep some elaichi and all in your pocket. that it took 6 months to get out of that depression also. But after 3-4 months, I started getting a little better.